The global economy has been undergoing significant changes recently, and one of the key aspects of these changes is the shift of manufacturing capacity from China to India. This trend is causing serious implications for both countries and the global economy as a whole. Recently, reports have surfaced that Taiwanese company Changshu Technology, a major electronics manufacturer, plans to leave Shanghai and shift its investments to India. This decision has sparked a wave of protests among the company's workers in Shanghai, who fear they will lose their jobs. The protests, which began on July 20, 2024, lasted several days and attracted thousands of participants. The situation is exacerbated by the fact that many workers claim that the company fraudulently forced them to sign contract changes. A former employee, Mr. Wang, said that the company secretly forced workers to move to the Suzhou branch, but upon arrival they were told that their help was not required. This led to forced layoffs without the promise of wage increases. Changshu Technology, a subsidiary of Taiwan's Pegatron Corporation, is a major Apple contractor in Shanghai. In February 2024, the company decided to close its Shanghai factory and move some of its production capacity to India. At its peak, Changshu had more than 100,000 employees, but now the company's production capacity is rapidly shrinking. This case is part of a broader trend. Not only Apple, but other major brands such as Dell, Samsung, Nike, and Adidas are also leaving mainland China and moving their factories to Southeast Asia. This indicates that China's position as the world's factory is beginning to wane. India, known as the Lion, is the world's fifth largest economy, and its GDP has surpassed China's in recent years. The country is becoming a key link in global supply chains. India leads in manufacturing outsourcing, handling more than half of the world's business in this area. Large companies such as Intel, Apple, Google, Amazon, IBM, and OpenAI outsource more than half of their operations to India. This is due to three main factors: low labor costs, a large pool of IT talent due to India's emphasis on science and engineering education, and the widespread availability of English. India is the second largest English-speaking country with more than 100 million native English speakers, making it a hub for global call centers and customer service companies. Historically, India has long been a major manufacturing powerhouse. According to 2019 UN data, India's manufacturing output accounted for 3.1% of the global total, ranking fifth, especially in sectors such as pharmaceuticals, automobiles, electronics, textiles, leather, and jewelry. However, compared to China's share of 28.7% of global output, India still has room to grow. India is actively attracting Taiwanese businesses, especially in the technology sector, with a strong focus on semiconductors. Many Indian students are now studying semiconductor-related fields at leading universities in Taiwan. After graduation, they often join large Taiwanese companies. Despite its small size, Taiwan plays a key role on the world stage, being home to TSMC, the world's largest manufacturer of advanced chips. Although India and Taiwan do not have formal diplomatic relations, they have established close business ties. While India's economy is growing, China's economy seems to be declining. Compare how India's Democratic Prime Minister Modi is leading India to growth while China's authoritarian leader Xi Jinping is leading China into difficulties. India, the world's largest democracy, held the 2024 general election from April 19 to June 1. With 900 million voters, it was the largest election in history. Modi argues that India's global status has risen due to its growing economy and closer ties with the US. In contrast, the Chinese Communist Party also claims that China is the largest democracy, but with elections characterized by Chinese socialism. This means that candidates must pass a political test to run for office. Comparing the demographic dividends of China and India, India has a young population of 800 to 900 million. Since 1950, China was the most populous country, but in 2023, India has taken the spot. Not only does India have a large population, but the average age is just over 20 years old, with 40% of the population under 25 years old, making it on average 10 years younger than China. On the other hand, China faces serious problems with an aging population, with young people facing unemployment, low fertility, and a tendency to lie on their backs, a term that describes a lifestyle of minimalism and resistance to societal pressures. Overall, India and China are vying for leadership among the so-called developing countries of the Global South. India held a G20 summit in 2023 to show its support for poorer countries, but Xi Jinping did not attend. China is a major obstacle in India's quest for a permanent seat on the UN Security Council. Despite these efforts, China continues to pose a threat to India. China's economy is about 5 times larger than India's, and China remains India's second-largest trading partner after the United States, with Chinese exports to India 6 times larger than imports. China's military spending is more than 3 times that of India, giving China significant superiority on land, sea, and air. In conclusion, the global economy is undergoing significant changes, and the rivalry between India and China plays a key role in this process. India, with its young population and growing economy, is becoming increasingly attractive to international investors, while China faces the challenges of an aging population and slowing economic growth. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you enjoyed the content, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel for further updates on global economics and geopolitics. We wish you a successful day and hope to see you in the next video.